Hey everybody, how's it going? We're talking about my top 5 fragrances for the month of May. We have only a couple days left. I know nothing's gonna change. So starting at the number 5 spot, we've got Elysium by Raja Parfums. And I really love this fragrance. Fresh pineapple, lemon cocktail type of scent. My life of the party fragrance. Whenever I throw it on, it's always just really uplifting. It smells so good, and everybody else around me just goes wild for this fragrance. Like, damn, you smell fantastic. This is a massive compliment getter. But I mean, all that aside, whenever I wear this and I'm just running errands or I'm doing something by myself, I really just enjoy this in my scent bubble. And thankfully for me, I get amazing performance with this. Most people only get about a couple hours, but for me, noticeably like 6-7 hours, and even after that it kind of gets a bit closer to my skin. So love the performance of Elysium on my skin. And let me just preface this video also by saying that this series that I'm doing of my top 5 favorites at the end of each month is like not a video for people looking for me trying new scents and giving my opinions. All right, I have those type of videos already, but there have been people that are like, you need to change your fragrances, give us something new. And it's like, look, the reason you're seeing a lot of the same fragrances here is because nothing has dethroned them. And I'm going to keep it that way. Because if I'm constantly changing my top 5s every month and saying that, oh, these are my favorites, it's like, well, how can they really be my favorites if they get switched out and swapped out that easily? You know what I mean? So for me, these have stood the test of time so far. So Elysium, number 5. Number 4, the newbie to my collection, Carlisle. Now, this isn't entirely like a new fragrance. I've worn this a lot of times, but the bottle is finally here, and I love this thing so much. My sexy nighttime fragrance, my unique sexy nighttime fragrance. When I want that dark, sophisticated, classy, mysterious, alluring vibe, this is what I throw on. And to me, this isn't something that I can wear every day. My girlfriend definitely disagrees with that, but I only say that statement because it's warm where I live, and this is definitely something I'll only throw on when the sun is not around, right? But for her, she's like, no, you should still wear it. Like, this is one of those sweet scents that no matter how hot it is, she's like, I love it on you regardless. And for me, it's just, I don't want to risk that. You know, I don't want to have any negative associations with my wearings of this fragrance, but I mean, she loves it so much that she would not care. She literally would not care the temperature I wear this in because it's just so seductive. And it's also just one of those fragrances that people around me that are not into fragrances, when they smell it, their eyes go wide. They're like, that smells, specifically like the women just love this. It's so mouth-wateringly good and seductive. Everything about this I really do enjoy. The performance, 12 hours with one spray on me, which was wild. So, I mean, this is like a 2 to 3 spray type of fragrance for me if I really want it. If I really want to smell it, but I can get away with one spray and it's perfect. Because if you're wondering, oh no, one spray might not be enough, it's definitely enough to get noticed and to kind of still get those head turns of like, whoa, what are you wearing? Because it's just, it leaves them wanting more. You know, they're like, oh man, that smells so good, but it's not an absolute like room filler when you only do one spray where everyone can smell it and then it kind of just comes off as trying too hard, right? Like, this is one of those fragrances that, to me, I play it safe with how many sprays I do, because I still want it to be something people really love and they're kind of just, you know, they want to ask me about it, but not a scent where everyone's like, oh gosh, like what the hell, like that's really powerful, because this can definitely take you to that level. So Carlisle Parfums de Marly. Number 4. Number 3, Tuxedo by YSL. Really do love this fragrance. Oh, gosh, and the thing is, I was having difficulty trying to place Carlisle and Tuxedo because honestly, they're very interchangeable, right? But to me, Tuxedo is a bit more wearable. I feel like Carlisle is what I choose when I want that more unique sort of smell, but Tuxedo is what I choose when I want more of that comforting scent that is very likable. So they both, don't get me wrong, they both have the mass appeal, but this one just has a little bit more of the uniqueness, and this one just has more of that, like, how should I say this? Like, you know when you see like those movies about like royalty, how they always have like the black sheep of the family, like the anti-hero? That's kind of Carlisle, right? Where everyone in the show or the movie is like, what's wrong with them? But they just can't help but be charmed by that person. That is Carlisle, but Tuxedo is kind of like that character that's clean cut, and everybody loves them because they just have that lovable type of energy. You know, they don't give off any sort of weird mysteriousness. No, like it's just very likable, very people pleasing. I hope that made sense. Like the golden prince or golden princess versus the black sheep. Like that's what I'm getting with like the comparisons of these two fragrances. But this is this boozy bourbon vanilla scent in the dry down. And it opens up fresh, clean, and green. Now, somebody said that on their skin, they get really dominant patchouli with this. And thankfully, I do not, because I don't really enjoy the smell of patchouli. Sometimes it's a bit too dirty, earthy for me personally. But with this fragrance, it's blended perfectly. I really, really do love Tuxedo. And I get really good performance with it. Over 7 hours on my skin, no problem. Number 2 is Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. A freshie. This is something that I've been wearing a lot because it's been warm. Oh, gosh. Simple orange fragrance. And the thing is, I've been getting a lot of messages on Instagram, comments and DMs, even with YouTube comments, where they're saying, you're hyping this one up a lot. I hope, like, you know, like, why do you hype it up? I'm like, I'm not hyping it up. I just share what I enjoy with you. You know what I mean? But I guess some people perceive that as, oh, you're really hyping this up. It's like, no, I love this shit. And it's really just that plain and simple. And the thing is, I don't say that this is some like, oh, super magical elixir. It's just this very sexy orange fragrance. That's it. To me, this is definitely a sex in the bottle type of scent. And it's just gets the job done and more. Like, I really do love this. Again, another poor performing fragrance on most people that I get great longevity with. So I kind of like that. You know what I mean? That, you know, most people, they like the smell, but they're put off because they don't get good longevity. But for me, I mean, I get both. So love that. Love that. Afternoon Swim, Louis Vuitton. And for all you newer people to my channel, with Louis Vuitton fragrances, if you buy one of their bottles and you want to get a refill, if you finish your juice, you can just go into Louis Vuitton and then get a refill and pay only like half the price of the fragrance. And you can get whatever fragrance you want from them, whether it's Ombre Nomad, which I haven't tried, or a Trep Revs, things like that. At least in the States, my Australian subscribers have told me that that is not the case in Australia. All right, just wanted to put that out there. And my number 1, going 3 for 3 since I first got it, Molecule 1. I was going to say Molecule 1 by Afternoon Swim. No, Molecule 1 by Eccentric Molecules. Like, this fragrance to me, it just does it all. It absolutely does it all. I can wear it by itself. I can wear it with other fragrances. I wear it when I don't want to wear a fragrance. You know what I mean? And then like I throw this on and it feels good. Like there's just no wrong time to wear Molecule 1 for me. And another thing I really love about this scent is that it's $85. You know what I'm saying? At least with the discount site link I have, it's $85. I know retail, it goes over 100, but I'm sure other discount sites have their, you know, best offerings of how much this fragrance should go for. But as a niche scent, I mean, it like this is the cheapest fragrance on the list out of everything that I've mentioned. And it's much more affordable than the other things. And it's fantastic on my skin. This is a pheromone fragrance. If you're into those type of things, it doesn't smell like you're wearing a scent, but there's something about it when I wear it that just is really addictive, and it just radiates this clean, fresh sort of smell that always gets curious compliments from me. People are like, you smell really good. Like what kind of soap are you using? Like they don't think that it's a fragrance, and I tell them, no, it's something called Molecule 1. They're like, damn, that smells good. And I've gotten that compliment, not just on skin, but I have sprayed this. I've just tested it on clothes to see, because I know that this is a skin chemistry fragrance. So I was like, you know what? I don't like, let's see how this performs only on clothes. So one day I just sprayed it on my shirt, just like on the front of my shirt here. And people were still like on my shirt. They're like, you smell good. Like, what is it? And somebody thought it was like my laundry detergent or something. I was like, oh no, it's this fragrance. So regardless of whether I put this on clothes or on skin, people love it, but this is a gamble, all right? Some people don't smell good with it. Some people cannot smell anything, and that's just a risk that you yourself have to be willing to take. Because you might hear me saying that, oh, it's addictive and it's clean, but I'm gonna reiterate, that's on me. On you, it can be a totally different story, but it's up to you whether or not you want to smell it on yourself for yourself, all right? So I'll put the names of the fragrances and the discount site links that I have in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your top 5 for May is, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.